IntellivisionDude here, and this is the Rarity tag. Cobradvs asked me to do a video showing off my rarest stuff. But since I really don't have anything except for maybe one thing that's really rare, I have a lot of uncommon stuff, but only one thing that's rare. So I thought I would just show some of the uncommon stuff as well. And I'm overcomplicating this, and I'm going to show you more stuff than I needed to show. He probably wanted just a simple video showing off my rare stuff, but I'm making a tag out of this, and I'll be tagging some people. I'll show off my Rarity systems. I used to have a Sega CDX, but I sold it. That would be my rarest thing, but I don't have that anymore. We'll start with the ColecoVision with the roller controller plus the expansion module 1. I'd like to have the expansion module 2 as well and get turbo with it. I would say of the retro systems that I purchased within those last year, I paid the most for the ColecoVision, I believe. Can't remember how much I paid, maybe in the $50 range off eBay. Can't remember exactly. I could probably check if I checked PayPal. PayPal actually keeps track of that stuff, if you didn't realize it. And I would say my Intellivision 2, only because of the ECS adapter. I actually paid less for that than what it's worth. This is just my controller I left on the table. And my Mint controllers. The Mint controllers make it worth more, I'd say. The Intellivision 2 isn't working at the moment. It's still on the fritz, like before. Haven't got it fixed. And I'm not sure when I'll get it fixed. So I'd say those are my only two rare systems. And they're not really that rare. Well, they're slightly rare. I mean, I thought about showing the Atari 2600, but it's only the 4-switch model. It's not really rare. My Jungle Green Nintendo 64. I probably paid the most for that brand new. You know, it was like actually, I'm not sure how much it was brand new. Not sure if it was $100 or $200 that I paid for it brand new. Might have been $200. I mean, I paid $200 for my original PlayStation. Maybe my PlayStation 2 when I first bought them, but that's like a different story, I guess. What's funny is, this is actually my most expensive system at the moment. I paid $75 for this thing. I paid more for this than I did for my ColecoVision. My Nintendo DS Lite. I'll show off my peripherals here. My buddy Ataridude / Ivan finally gave me back my Genesis sticks that I let him borrow. I got the official 6-button, and I got the ASCII-ware 6-button, and I got my Nintendo Advantage. This is probably the least expensive of the three, but thought I'd show that as well. And since before I show the games, I'll show my other two things. I got my head-to-head baseball ColecoVision, and I think that's only worth about $15. This one, I'm not sure what its rarity is. I can't remember now. I paid less for it than what it was worth, I believe. It doesn't have the battery cover, but I'm okay with that. And the last of my peripherals are over here. I got a Wiko command controller for the Atari 2600. For the Genesis, I have my blue justifier. You can get a justifier for kind of cheap sometimes. Sometimes people would pay $20 or more for this as well, but sometimes you can get it for cheaper. It's the pink one that's worth a lot. On to the games. If I just want to make this simple and sweet, I could just simply say Body Slam, Super Pro Wrestling. That's my rarest game, and be done with it. But I'll show you everything, I guess. Let's see here. I don't have nothing organized here. It's all a big mess. I was supposed to have the games all set up here so I could show them with the boxes, and I didn't have it all set up. I jumped the gun here. There's Body Slam. I better move this stuff out of the way. Tropical Trouble is not really rare, but it's just uncommon. I wouldn't call that one rare at all. Now, what did I do with the cartridge for that one? Of course, it's on the bottom. Of course, when I have to do a video, it's got to be on the bottom. There it is, Tropical Trouble. Mind Strike. I have 2 copies of that. Not super rare, but it is uncommon. You might pay a little bit for that on eBay. But lately, no one's been bidding on the Mind Strikes. Like when I bought mine, no one bid on it. Nobody bid on it. And I've seen some other ones without any bids on them. It's a somewhat uncommon, rare ECS game, and people don't bid on it. I guess they don't care about Mind Strike. My 2 ones that were sealed in mint, but I unsealed them. Well, let's say before they found all these in Venezuela, these were probably even more rare than they are now. Now some people barely even bid on them, even though they still should be worth about 20, 30 bucks a piece boxed. But since people are almost just giving them away, now where's my carts for those? Here they are. Scooby-Doo and Mr. Basic meets Bits and Bytes. This is what I get for not having everything set up. Safecracker, that's kind of uncommon. My Slam Dunk, uncommon but not rare. Let's say about 10, 15 bucks you can score one of those, sometimes cheaper. Slapshot, a little bit more rare than Slam Dunk. I also thought I'd show off things that weren't rare, but things that I thought were rare in my eyes. Like things that are special to me. They might not be rare according to the rarity guides, but they hold a certain place in my heart. Like Pac-Man here for the Intellivision. It's uncommon but not rare. You can score this one pretty cheap nowadays. But if you got the Atari cartridge, the Atari Soft cartridge instead of the INTV cartridge, it costs a little bit more. I don't see many of the INTVs pop up. Jetsons Ways with Words. This is, I paid less than what it's worth. For some reason no one was bidding on it, which is shocking. Shark. This is not really rare. This is supposed to be a common game, but like a year ago when I was getting into the Intellivision, very few people were selling this on eBay at the time. There might be more now, but there was not many then. I thought this would be like the most common game in the world, but people were paying some money for it. Hover Force, that's uncommon. Maybe $20, $25 game, I think. You might be able to find it cheaper though. Same with Thunder Castle, about a $15 game. But how fun this game is, it should be worth $20, $25. Diner, $25, $30 game there. And it's well worth it. Well worth the price that you pay for that one. And my second most expensive Intellivision game, Turbo. And we'll go on to my sealed games. I didn't show my sealed games. Got my sealed Burger Time. Got my sealed Buzz Bombers. These are, even though they're sealed, they're not really worth a lot of money. I got them all from Venezuela. Lock and Chase. All except for my Dungeons and Dragons one. My 2 Night Stalkers, still one for sale. Still one for sale. Anybody's listening. And my Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. The seal's really loose on this one. For Genesis games, I don't really have anything that's rare. I just have some uncommon stuff, like Streets of Rage 2, my bootleg Moonwalker, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, Shadowrun, uncommon but not rare. Sometimes people will pay a little bit more for that one. My Contra Hard Corps. Let's see, where are we? What else am I going to do next? I can't think. We'll do Super Nintendo next. Twisted Tales of Spike McFang. A little uncommon. Castlevania 4. It's sort of in between. It's sort of uncommon and it's sort of common at the same time. Sort of Super Mario All-Stars. Some people would pay 20 bucks for that, and sometimes you can get it for 10 bucks. Contra 3. Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, slightly uncommon. Illusion of Gaia, slightly uncommon. And this is probably my most expensive Super Nintendo game. Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. I'll put this down for a second. We'll go to my PS2 games next, and PS1 games, and GameCube games. Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I think that's a little uncommon nowadays. I'm already over the 10-minute mark, so I better hurry here. Time Shock. I'm not sure if it's uncommon or not, but I thought I'd show it. At one time it was a little uncommon. Monster Rancher 2, that might be a little more uncommon these days. Castlevania, that might be my most expensive one. It can go for 30 to 50 bucks on eBay. Herc's Adventures, a little uncommon I believe nowadays. Not really sure. And my Legend of Dragoon. GameCube, I'm not even sure if some of these are uncommon. I just put everything in a big pile. Resident Evil 4, probably not uncommon. Resident Evil 1 might be more uncommon. Paper Mario's not uncommon, but this is one of my prized possessions. All the Mario parties can go anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks a piece. Sometimes more if people will actually pay it. Mario Party 5, Mario Party 4. This is probably my only PS2 game that's worth anything. My Namco Museum 50th anniversary. But just because it's worth it doesn't mean anybody will pay for it. Nintendo 64. Here's my Mario 2 with this cool case. It's a performance case. I got these back when they used to sell Nintendo 64s in the store. Mario Party 2 with the instruction manual. And making complicated things here. And Paper Mario. I won't open that one. The same thing, cartridges in there. I'm going to toss that one aside. I don't think it's really rare. I don't think Donkey Kong 64 was rare. Mario Party 3, I think that's the rarest one of the three. Here's Pokemon Stadium 2. I think that has some rarity. Probably more than the first one. But I thought I'd show them anyway. See, Pokemon Stadium, Mario Party. Running low on time here. Final Fantasy. $10 to $20 game, I think. Some people might be able to find it cheaper. Contra is a little uncommon, but not rare. Most of my NES games are not rare. I think my most rarest one I sold, which was Stack Up. I had Stack Up, and I sold it to get money. I think, was that the time I got money for this camera? Or was that, it may have been, I can't remember. It was 2 years in a row I sold some stuff on eBay. Here's my Castlevanias. No, I think it was the year after, and it didn't sell for enough. I had Stack Up with the instruction manual, and I think it sold for 12 bucks. I was really disappointed. I was so disappointed because I've seen other ones go for 20, 25 bucks, 30 bucks with an instruction manual. Mine goes for 12. I should have did it buy it now, but I was so stupid, and now I gave away a good game for cheap, and I should have kept it. Yeah, I made this more complicated than it needed to be. You can just simply show off your rarest stuff and be done with it. Who am I tagging? Who do I think might have some good stuff to show off? Maybe Atarileaf. Maybe MaximumRD. I'll even do one for RetrogamerVX. I'm tagging RetrogamerINTV. I'm not sure if he's ready to do videos again yet, but if you are, I'm tagging you. I don't know who else out there has some good stuff. I know Roundhouse has some good stuff. Not sure if he'd do one or not. Techromancer1, jboypacman. These are all optional. It's an open tag. And of course I'm tagging Cobradvs, because he's the one who came up with the idea. He wants to get involved in the community. He wants to be tagged. So if you ever do a tag video, tag him up, because he wants to do them. And anybody else who wants to do them. I'm sure I'm missing a lot of people, but if you just want to do it anyway. So that's the end of this video, so thanks for watching.